Happy Vlogmas Day 16. Today I am participating in collaboration hosted by Mountain Grandma and Yogi Hollow Farm. It's called #Candy Christmas. So today I'm going to be making my mom's fudge recipe. I've never made it before, so we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to turn around and let you see what I am doing. Don't forget to check out the playlist for all of the cool candy recipes. This is my second recipe. On the first one I made butter pecan fudge. That came out really good and it was a super easy recipe. I'm hoping this one will be just as easy. And don't forget to leave me a comment to let me know if you like this recipe and if you think you might try it. Okay guys, we're going to get started on this fantasy fudge, my mom's recipe. So we're going to start with a stick and a half of butter. I believe you could use salted or unsalted, just on your preference there. All right. Washed my hands right before I started. So I also made sure, my pans were clean. I always double check that before I start cooking. I also try to have a pot holder on handy. This is the one I got from Susan at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Okay, so then I'm going to add 1 5-ounce can of evaporated milk. Making sure you can see it there, evaporated milk. They have one that is 5 ounces. Next, I'm going to be adding in 3 cups of regular sugar. 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and put these dishes to the side, out of the way, because now I have to start the process of lots of stirring. The other ingredients will be added after. They will be added after this mixture reaches 234 degrees. I've never done this before, so I think I made a chocolate peanut butter fudge maybe last year. Then earlier I made a butter pecan fudge like a week ago, and this is my first regular fudge. So we'll see how this comes out. Let's see if I can do my mom's recipe justice. But it looks pretty good. Sorry, this is the best camera angle I could come up with. I am not a camera pro, but it's already starting to melt the butter, and the sugar has already turned into a liquid and mixed on in with that cream. Very cool. I'm very curious to see if I can do this recipe. You're supposed to stir for at least 5 minutes straight or till it reaches 234 degrees. I'm just going to keep stirring. I'm not going to take the temperature of it until all the butter is melted. Then I'll see where I am. I've already generously buttered a 9-inch dish. I believe it's about a 9-inch dish. I picked the dish that I had that has a lid, because this is going to be for hubby and I, and it's going to take us a while to eat it, so I wanted it to have a lid. Yeah, it's looking good. There's still some butter chunks in there. Just going to keep stirring, stirring, stirring. My mom made this recently, and she said the stirring just about killed her. So I know I haven't stirred long enough. It is starting to hurt my wrist a little bit, but not too bad. She said to generously butter a glass pan. Now that's the pan it's going to set up in. I'm going to leave the recipe in the description box of this video. Please be sure to check out all the cool candy recipes and try one of them. There's a lot of them coming. I think this is a really good idea, and the #Candy Christmas reminds me of Hard Candy Christmas, which is a Dolly Parton song, which I love. It's actually, all the butter is melted now. I'm going to leave my spoon sitting there for a second and check the candy thermometer. All right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, I'm going to put this pot holder down so I can add in the next ingredients. Alright, let's get this over here. Alright. Okay, so we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Pure vanilla would be perfect if you have it. And 2 cups of semi-stewed chocolate chips, which is pretty much the whole bag. And then some marshmallow fluff. Okay. All right. All right. Here's the marshmallow fluff. I call this fluff. All right. Oh, it's very sticky. It's very, very sticky. It's going to be a challenge to get it all out of here. Who knew the hardest part was going to be getting the marshmallow fluff out of the container? All right. Okay, now I'm just going to stir all this up and let it melt. It's hard to believe that the chocolate chips would actually melt in here all the way, but they are. They're melting. At the very last, I'm going to add some walnuts. You could leave the walnuts out, or you could add pecans or some other kind of nut. But I decided, since it's just for the 2 of us, oh, it smells delicious. Stir with my left for a little bit, give my right hand a break. Still a little bit of pieces of the marshmallow in there. Almost. A little bit more stirring. Give my right hand a rest again. I did a lot of years of billing, so my wrists have always been kind of... Alright. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to stir in 1 cup of walnuts. All right, now for the next step, we're going to put it in the pan that it's going to set up in. I already had it. Be sure you always get your pan buttered first. Now I'm just going to pour it straight into the buttered pan. All the chunks are the walnuts. And you're supposed to let this set up for 2 hours before it actually sits. So keep that in mind. We'll see how my first fudge turns out. I'll try to bring you back and show you what it looks like after it's set and looking pretty. Hopefully it turns out good. I guess if I don't come back, you'll know I did a bad job and it didn't set right. So we will see. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of even it up a little bit so it's pretty even. It's actually already kind of sitting up a little bit already by itself. So, Fantasy Fudge Walnut. There you go. There's what it looks like so far. And I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. Thank you guys for watching my video. Oh no, I didn't lick the pan or the spoon. Oh yes, I did. It was really good too.